the 2K Sports pregame show.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you're ready for another year of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, and got the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, a tall task for them to win this one. On the road against a much superior team, their margin for error, pretty thin. Hey, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! This is when we make our resolutions for 2016. I don't really like to make resolutions, guys, but I guess if I had to, I would say I would like to actually dunk one-handed.
Well, Elevator Ernie, you better have a trampoline as part of that fantasy.
Well, I don't even think you can dunk donuts in coffee, man, so keep it moving.
See, that's why I don't like to make resolutions. Here's Kevin Harlan.
There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. And it's another road game for the 76ers. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games. Even more critical to notch a win in this one.
Yeah, and they're in the middle of a tough stretch of games they've got coming up. I mean, they're excited about it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for them, finding out exactly where they stand in the league.
Yeah, and some top-tier opponents coming in, a chance to test themselves against the best our league has to offer. So those are the challenges that they face, but they have to approach those as opportunities.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Robert Covington out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Tony Wroten. Then there's Okafor, and it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot. Fast break, here we go. Here's Thunder. Finished off the break.
Great adjustment to avoid the D. That's hard to stop.
Here's Wroten. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Landry no good. Philadelphia on D. 4-point game. This game coming on the heels of the win against the Kings.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big timely shots.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA it's a herd mentality if something works.
And both free throws good for Landry. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Here's Covington. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Pick by Okafor. Clock at 6. Shot off the pick. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his first basket.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer. A variety of post moves. A tough guy willing to play through pain. But he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Here's Mr. Clutch after the Sixers pick up 2. Thunder passes to Guzman. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Black Hole's got 6.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Wroten kicks to Landry. Landry with the screen. Here's Covington. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Covington's got his second basket of the night.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Here's Thunder. Excellent D there from Okafor.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it's rebounded by Covington.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Roten kicks to Okafor. Passes to Landry. To the left wing. There's the pass to Okafor. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Here's Thunder. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Pass to Guzman. Pulls up. Kept alive. Here's Guzman. Here's Mr. Clutch. He had a big outing in that Celtics game as well. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
The 76ers trail by 5. Picked by Okafor. Here's Roten. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Here's Covington. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Picked by Okafor. That's tipped. Here's the break. Here's Thunder. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Stauskas kicks to Okafor. Picked by Okafor. That's tipped. And here they come. Oh!
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far. Stretching the lead into double digits already.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Picked by Okafor. Dishes to Roten. To end the run. And it's Okafor missing.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
The 76ers trail by 13. Picked by Okafor. Covington in the corner. Fires the three. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. And here's the fast break.
Whoa! and the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Okafor up top. Boy, that win against the Kings. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Clock at 4. Covington inside the line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Kevin, he said they simply cannot afford to be loose with the basketball today because the steals will pile up if you don't play heads up at all times against a team that has such great hands and terrific defensive awareness. You guys know they'll turn that the other direction awfully quickly. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
And I would say it would be the #2 and #3 challenges as well, guys.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Noel checked in for the 76ers. Here's Roten. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Covington dishes to Noel. Another miss by Philadelphia.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
This one for 3. That is good. 6 points for Mr. Clutch.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
To the inside. Passes it to Mack. Out left to the wing. Here's Thunder. 10 points for him. There's a good screen. Guzman off target from 3-point range.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Roten, the pass to Covington. Picked by Okafor. Covington kicks to Okafor. Shot clock at 5. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Here's Guzman. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
And it's Okafor off the drive. Counted. His 2nd make in 4 attempts. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Guzman passes to Guzman. To the paint. Power down with both hands.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
The 76ers trail by 20 to the inside. Here's Big Dog. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Boston.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Roten, the feed to Okafor. Here's the break. The finish. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Picked by Okafor. Roten kicks to Okafor. Soft touch off the glass. Okafor's got 6.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 13. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Jackson, he's checked in for Tony Roten.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's Covington. Can't make good off the pick.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And what a game for Mr. Clutch. He already has 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
56 seconds left to play in the first. Now the dish to Covington. Feeds it to Stauskas. Picked by Okafor. Pass to Covington. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding?
Well, it's been a bunch. And I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Picked by Okafor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to end the run. Covington's shot is off. Maverick passes to Guzman. Got it from 16 feet. Mr. Clutch has got 18 points in the game.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. The home team delivering the blowout. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after it. That's how they've piled up all the points.
And the 76ers with possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the lengthy duo of Noel and Embiid down low. Then there's Grant, and there's Jackson, and it's Sampson in at the 2.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility practically unparalleled.
Good on the second free throw. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot, Greg, 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the dunk by Grant.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now the pass to Guzman. To the paint. There's Big Dog. Puts it up from 17. Nice jump shot. Good. Big Dog's got 7 points in the game. The 76ers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Right side, Jackson. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. And some of these distributors have been very hot from beyond the arc this season. The best three-point shooting point guards in the league. Well, you look at Maverick. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
I mean, his first job is to orchestrate for his teammates. But being as fantastic as he is at shooting the three, he's never reluctant to take that shot if it's available.
And if I'm coaching him, I want him taking that shot. I mean, just look at the percentage. I mean, that earns you the green light for me on every possession.
Kicks it to Grant. Now here's Noel. T right on him. Outside Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Will not go. This is off the front iron. On 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Thunder. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Out to the wing. Inside. Big Dog. Poke loose. Jackson with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Back to Grant. Three-pointer. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been coming quietly, but very efficient.
Pass to Thunder. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. They set the pick. To the paint. Here's Guzman. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Grant sets a screen for Jackson. They need this one. One-on-one here. Danny makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
And Embiid throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up the tee.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And here's Jackson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. One-on-one here. Here's Thunder, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, It's really smooth.
Jackson dishes to Embiid. He kicks it to Noel. Here's Sampson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The drive by Jackson, and it's blocked. Guzman passes defender. Fires for three. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Jackson kicks to Sampson. Grant outside. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Puts it up from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And that one's good. Noel.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 25 points in the game. They set the pick. Here's Maverick. And the three ball is good. Maverick's got 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Sampson. Got a hand on it. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70. So when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Roten's checked in. Passes to Sampson. He's looking for Noel and finds him. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Noel's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder. But we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Allen's checked in for Mr. Clutch. Tries to keep it alive, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Here's Thunder. 18 points for him. Power down with both hands.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
The 76ers shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Allen, that's good.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Down low, here's Covington, and he uses the glass on the layup. Covington's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
One caution I have about Noel's improved shooting. You don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Allen for 3. That's good. Allen's got 6 in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Noel, a screen on Allen. Here's Roten. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach. Driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's Covington. He's got 6, the 10-footer. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Covington's got 8 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's Thunder. 20 points for him. Here's Maverick. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Roten dishes to Okafor. 76ers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Roten.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Roten's gone 80% from the field. 4 of 5 shooting. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Here's Maverick. Rebound by the 76ers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Roten, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Carl Landry's checked in for Philadelphia. Stauskas comes in for Jakar Sampson. Inside, deflects the pass. Okafor with the steal. Now here's Roten. Tight defense on him. Dishes it to Landry. And it's blocked. And here comes the break. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact here.
Looking at the game for Maverick, 9 points and 8 dimes.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 76ers shooting about 42% so far. Roten kicks to Landry. The layup off target. And here's the break. Here's Maverick. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And for the 76ers, they're shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Roten, the pass to Stauskas. Okafor kicks to Landry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Here's Maverick. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
Big Dog, the pass to Thunder. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
And the pass to Maverick. Puts up a 3. And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Roten, and he's way off from outside. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The home team delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
You don't have to dig very deep to see why they're getting crushed. Just look at the rebounding stats. They've been weak juice on the glass, and it's going to cost them. Weak juice and barbecue chicken. What a diet. I'm sure they're getting an earful in the locker room right now, and they deserve it, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
They've got Thunder. Big Dog is out there with Black Hole. Then there's Allen. And it's Maverick in at the point guard position. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's Thunder. Makes it off the glass. Thunder's got 24 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And so here is Philadelphia. Roten kicks to Landry. Here's Stauskas, defended by Allen. Landry with the screen. Shot. High post. Can't hit. And they're pushing it up. Here's Thunder. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
The 76ers shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Stauskas, defended by Allen. Here's Stauskas. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. They get it back. Here's Okafor. It's tipped. Pass to Thunder. Three-pointer. There's the bucket. Good. Thunder's got 7 points for the quarter.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Knocked away all by himself. Oh! And he dunks it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Everett, oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to tack on another.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Roten dishes to Okafor, and the jam by Carl Landry.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Thunder. Gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Clarkson gets to Allen. In the corner, it's Clarkson. There's the screen. Launches it. That's good. And that's now 19 points for Maverick.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Covington passes to Okafor. Misses the layup.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
76ers foul. Carl Landry. That's his second personal foul. At the line, Maverick.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And that basket basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Brown, he's checked in for Maverick.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Big Dog. The feed to Brown. Five on the clock. Allen outside. Cranes the three-pointer. Allen's got 9.
And they've really come out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity.
Here's Covington. Missed inside.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brown, good.
Boy, a big gap between these teams as far as fast break points are concerned.
Yeah, and some teams play a slower tempo, but defensively you have to commit to sprinting back in transition and denying those runouts.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Landry with the screen. The dish to Roten. Landry gets the bucket. He's got 12.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Back to Allen. There's the triple, and he gets it to go. Allen's got 6 points in the quarter.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Brown. He's covered by Roten. Guzman, the shot's good. Brown making the play. 16 points for Black Hole.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Covington. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You look at what Covington has done so far. He has 12 points and 1 rebound.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw drops for Covington. Mr. Clutch is checked in for Allen. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Nerlens Noel comes in for Carl Landry. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Stauskas. And it's Jackson in for Roten. Now Brown. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. He dishes it to Clarkson. From deep. And that one's good. Clarkson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Jackson dishes to Embiid. Over to the left wing. Here's Covington. He's covered by Clarkson. Tries it from the top of the key. And that one comes up a bit short. And they're on the break. Passes to Guzman. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards of the past month. And you look at Mr. Clutch, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Possibly the single most dangerous player in the league right now. I mean, a machine at the offensive end. Just so hard for any defense to deal with.
Yeah, and what I like about him most is that he's just a scorer. He's going to give you buckets from any place, inside, outside, deep, driving to the lane. I mean, he puts it in the basket.
Grant, right side. Pass to Sampson. He feeds it to Embiid. Jackson drives in, and it's blocked. Fast break, here they come. Here's Clarkson. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Jackson kicks to Sampson. Embiid is at the elbow. Sampson, the pass to Noel. Jackson drives in. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Philadelphia with the ball. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Thunder's checked in for Clarkson. Now here's Brown. Here's Thunder. And the pass to Guzman. Fires the three. No good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Screen by Grant. There's the steal. Here's Guzman. From 13 feet, it goes down. Mr. Clutch has got 30 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
There's a screen by Noel. Embiid dishes to Jackson. Embiid sets the pick for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Shot to stop the run, and it's good on the layup.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
There's a good screen. Guzman passes to Thunder. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Embiid.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Thunder. 31 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Okay, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
The first free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Jackson kicks to Noel. Misses from close range.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
And Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I have to say, it was pretty good. I mean, he finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Jackson against Brown. The 10-footer. Jackson misses.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Thunder passes to Guzman. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, Thunder, the follow-up flush.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jackson kicks to Grant. It's tipped. It's tipped. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And that one's good. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Guzman passes to Brown. The tray. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Grant dishes to Jackson. Here's Sampson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Thunder passes to Guzman. On the wing, Brown lets the 3 fly. That's good. Brown's got 5.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer.
Jackson kicks to Embiid. Feeds to Grant. Here's Sampson. Screen by Grant. 5 on the clock. Up off the screen. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Out of bounds. 76ers ball. Now in the lineup for the 76ers. Tony Roten.
Clock at 2. And he overshot that one, missing. There's Brown with the 3 and released it in time, but it's off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The home team delivering the blowout. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Being a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Carl Landry is out there with Grant. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Sampson in at the 2. The 76 is shooting for the game at 42%. Now here's Roten. He's guarded closely. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
He hits the second from the line. And guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster. So that one team was the Grizzlies.
That's tipped. Here's the break. Here's Guzman. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that one's good. Roten. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Thunder. Five to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Philadelphia foul call. Jeremy Grant. That's his first personal foul. At the line. Thunder. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Yeah, New Year's Day is the traditional day to start off some resolutions. I know for the coming year, I would like to maybe grow hair.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, a lot of New Year's resolutions to be made, Clark. I've got mine. I'm sure you've got yours.
Yeah, mine is always just to be right on time and how I handle my ad-libs for NBA2k16.
Mine, lose weight and keep my mouth shut. He was all alone on that one. And it's now 23 points for Maverick.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Roten. Hibbert pulls it in. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. He's feeling it. Buries the jump shot. Mavericks got 12 points in just the second half.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set, you get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
Right side Landry. Turnaround Jay. The rebound by Sacre.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Thunder.
And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
Thunder.
All right, now, gentlemen, group shots. Group shots.
And the first one drops.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Jackson, he's checked in for Tony Roten. And good on the second, so he makes them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. Well, fortunately for him, it really doesn't matter anymore. They've got this thing sold up. Just sit back and enjoy.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Maverick. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Clarkson, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Stauskas is checked in for Philadelphia. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Kicks it to Landry. Shot clock at 6. They need this. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. Here's Brown. From about 16, and that's off the glass and in. 37 points for Mr. Clutch. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Brown. Here's Grant. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Jackson against Brown. Landry dishes to Aldemir. The rebound by Sacre. Gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. He kicks to Hibbert. Here's Guzman. No good on the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
On the wing, Jackson. Down low. Sacre with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Landry. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Right side Jackson. Low block shot. Count that one.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And the home team has possession. Here's Mr. Clutch. Pass to Thunder. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Grant. Here's Mr. Clutch. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. And that is good. Mr. Clutch has got 43 points.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Landry with the screen. Brown against Jackson. Landry with the screen. Jackson drives in. Landry kicks to Stauskas. Grant the pass to Jackson. From deep. No good from Grant.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Count that one. Thunder's got 41.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Jackson drives in. Sacre with the block. And they're able to recover. Tries again. Offensive rebound. Aldemir. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Passes it to Thunder. A 3-ball. That is good. Thunder's got 9 points in the quarter.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Mr. Clutch. Hibbert with the screen. Here's Guzman. Good on the three-point shot. Mr. Clutch has got 46 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's the 3, and that one's good. Mr. Clutch has got 49 points in the game.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
At the line, Pierre Jackson. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe.
Looking at the game for Jackson, he's got 8 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Dishes it to Stauskas. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now the pass to Guzman. To the paint. To the left wing. And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
The 3. They get it again. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. The feed to Landry. Takes it from 10. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Pass to Thunder. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Guzman. The 3. And that one's good. Mr. Clutch has got 55.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Jackson against Brown. Embiid. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Hibbert. Guzman passes to Sacre. Here's Thunder. From downtown. That drops. Thunder's got 12 now in this quarter.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing him out there right now.
Well, that's an ankle breaker, Greg. You know that. And then he calmly knocked it down. Sweet.
Philadelphia shooting around 41% on the night. Jackson dishes to Embiid. And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
Yeah. And Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago it was Nerlens Noel who set out the season with a knee injury. Last year was Dario Saric who played overseas, and now Embiid.
The 76ers shooting 40% in the 4th. Brown against Jackson. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Guzman, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, regarding Joel Embiid, the foot was not his only injury when he entered the draft. In his 1 season at Kansas, he battled both back and knee injuries. Obviously, though he's very young, his durability is of some concern.
First free throw is good.
And talking about Joel Embiid, there are some who feel the Sixers targeted guys in the draft last year who couldn't help them win games. One wonders at what point does it become anti-competitive.
So he gets them both. We've got 1:13 left in the game. Jackson kicks to Embiid. The dish to Landry. Here's Sampson. Landry passes to Sampson. 6 to shoot. 13 feet away. And the 76ers get it back. And Hibbert with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia.
46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Oh, trying for it. Here's Thunder. Brown wide open. He fires. Gets a very good look and converts.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Jackson against Brown. Embiid with a screen on Brown. Jackson is doubled. 6 on the shot clock. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Free throw drops for Landry.
Carl Landry at the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Thunder. Here's Guzman. No good. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He had a triple-double tonight, which is a perfect example of how strong his play has been. The fact that this is yet another triple-double game for him is a true mark of his consistency playing at the highest level.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.